Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Vintage Extra. I am War Machine MJ with
the one and only Rodimus Prime.
Primetime Roddy Prime.
Yep.
Anyway, we are here on the eve of the ultimate deletion to talk about the original trilogy of Broken. Yes, the Broken Brilliance.
Delightful.
Delightful, yes. Now, for those of you who have lived under a rock for the past couple of years and have wondered why Matt Hardy is weird, this all goes back to Impact. I want to say 2015,
2015, 16-ish, somewhere in that area.
Somewhere before they became Global Force Impact, then back to Impact.
Because they have like 3,000 different names, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Matt Hardy, despite being a singles wrestler and carrying the name Hardy, still wouldn't get over. So he decided to reinvent himself as the Broken Matt Hardy, where he vowed to delete the obsolete Brother Nero. Yes. And that I would say snowballed, but I feel like snowball is kind of a low blow term.
Yeah. Snowball is just, I don't know what to say about that word. But I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah, it went downhill into brilliance.
Yeah.
So we start with the ultimate deletion. It was a
You mean the final deletion?
Final deletion, my bad. What'd I say?
Ultimate.
Ultimate, shit.
Yeah.
The
it's okay.
Final deletion.
Delete.
It was a pre-filmed match for that year's Final Destination pay-per-view. Back when they used to give it away on TV for free.
Yes.
It was still shit.
When they couldn't afford to actually run pay-per-views, like this guy said here, they did it for free, and they still do it for free. If you still watch Impact in 2018.
Yep. It's just this match was it was so out of there.
You know, I thought at first this match was just going to be dumb. Because, I mean, going back to what you said at the beginning, Matt Hardy, he couldn't get over. You know, he had some personal issues going on. Got his shit together. He became the Broken Matt Hardy.
Yes.
Then, he faced off against his brother Nero. And looking back on it, I actually enjoyed this match. This was incredible.
Well, you're right. It was dumb, but it was like bad horror movie kind of dumb.
I guess, not to cut you off, I guess it's like one of those movies where they advertise it on TV so much, you think like, oh shit, this is dumb. But then you actually go see it and you're like, it's bad, but I like it. Yeah.
But, yeah, this match would make, backyard wrestling blush at how good it was.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you had Roman candle fights, you had Jeff swanton bombing from a tree, nonetheless.
Yeah, almost getting burned in the process.
Yeah. You had him being thrown in the Lake of Reincarnation.
Yep.
Where he busted out his Willow gimmick.
Yep.
That was a fun treat.
I have never liked the Willow gimmick. That's just me personally.
Let me ask you this. What you think about Itchweed?
Who?
Itchweed.
Oh, man.
I like Itchweed. He's fun. Anyway, but, yeah, this match was fantastic. Of course, the Broken one got the win. He made Brother Nero obsolete.
He definitely deleted him from existence.
Yeah, we're not going to worry about a score because it's cheesy. It's bad horror movie good.
Yeah. So if you have literally just forgotten about this, go out of your way to watch this. Like I said, it's one of those movies that you think is going to be bad, but when you see it, it's like, it's still bad, but I actually like this shit.
The next match in this Broken Trilogy was Delete or Decay.
Yes.
Where the Hardys, all of the Hardys, Broken Matt, Brother Nero, yes, his son King Maxwell, Rebby, and Senor Benjamin, and of course the incomparable Vanguard 1. squared off against Decay.
Now, go ahead.
Well, Decay's members were Crazy Steve, Abyss, and Rosemary. Side note, I mean, kudos for Abyss for staying relevant.
Yeah. He, well, as we are recording this now, he's still the only original member left of Impact. But I actually...
What about James Storm?
No, he's been gone.
Oh, he's left.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
But anyway, I remember watching this match, and of course they faced off at Bound for Glory, I believe. I watched that pay-per-view. That was an interesting match. Very weird but good. But going back to Delete or Decay, this was something out of the ordinary, just like the final Deletion.
Oh yeah, it was. This was Nonstop insanity because it was a home invasion by Decay.
Mm-hmm.
And so, boy howdy, where the hell do we start with this one?
I guess it's like final Deletion. You don't know where to begin.
Yeah.
But then you watch it and it ends in such a dramatic way that it's like, it just blows your mind. Like, what the fuck just happened?
I mean, and props to WWE. I mean, they tried to copy this when they had the New Day Wyatt feud.
Yeah.
I mean, that was interesting until they basically had Xavier Woods afraid of Bray Wyatt. That was it.
Yeah, and what was that pay-per-view where he so-called conquered his fear?
I can't remember.
I don't remember either, but either way,
they tried. That's...
Give him an A for effort.
Yeah. That just can't match the Broken Brilliance, yes.
No, can't.
But, yeah. The Hardys successfully drove off Decay with the Vanguard one coming in with Roman candles.
Yes, with Roman candles.
Yeah, it was...
Rosemary invading the Hardy house, dumping what seemed to be King Maxwell, but it was a fake baby.
Into that's when they first invaded.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And come to find out, it wasn't King Maxwell. It was a fake baby. What else? It's so much that went on here. It's
like he said, if you haven't watched it, treat yourself. It's all on YouTube.
Yes. Let's see. It's so much. I can't even.
They even had Joseph Park come back. Remember that character? That was a fun character.
Oh yeah, yeah. Joseph Park.
Just turned out to be Abyss.
Yeah. Brother Nero getting hit with Janice. I remember that. Yeah.
He took the hit for Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
Then we move on to Total Nonstop Deletion, which was an entire episode of Impact taped at the Hardy compound, the Dome of Deletion.
It was solely dedicated to this event right here. And this, man, this whole trilogy is just one big awesome clusterfuck.
Yeah.
That's the best way we can describe this. One big awesome clusterfuck.
But yeah, the Total Nonstop Deletion boasted a series of matches, not just, you know, the Hardys involved, but it's also, you know, some other Impact stars. We had the debut of King Maxwell as he defeated Rockstar Spud in a no disqualification match.
The Rock and Roll Express was a part of this.
Yeah.
Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson.
We'll get to them in a second.
Yes.
We had Sienna fight ODB for the #1 contendership. She was going to fight Vanguard 1.
Oh, God.
But the referee wouldn't allow that. Let's see what else. We also had Itchweed take on some jobber.
That's my phone. Keep going.
Anyway. Had Itchweed take on some jobber, and Itchweed is the other persona of Jeff Hardy. He's like a crazy gardener man. Let's see, what else happened? Oh, everything good?
Yeah, everything good. I'll call it back.
Okay. Anyway, Then we had a Impact World Championship match between Eddie Edwards and Bobby Lashley that ended. It really didn't have a conclusion.
Oh yeah, I remember that match.
Yeah,
Isn't that where they battled in that small at the Hardy compound?
Yeah, and then they Eddie Edwards got speared through a door outside the dome, and they just started brawling all over the compound.
Oh yeah, that match was yeah.
But it ended off with Tag Team Apocalyptico.
Yeah.
Where if the Hardys did not win the entire Hardy compound, the land of deletion, as well as Cameron, North Carolina, would have imploded.
Yeah.
That's the story they told throughout the whole thing. Volcanoes, earthquakes, all that. But yeah, it was a pretty stacked match. You had the Helms Dynasty. You had Rock and Roll Express, as he mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You had Decay. You had the DCC. You had a couple of other local talents.
Yeah. You might as well say you had the whole Impact the old Impact roster. Well, half of it and then some.
Yeah. The best tag team of all. Rockstar Spud and Swoggle. Best team ever. But no,
oh my god.
some of my favorite parts of Tag Team Apocalyptico was the Hardys versus the Rock and Roll Express.
Oh yeah.
And Jeff Hardy and one of the guys were battling in cherry pickers.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
And then once Rock and Roll Express, got drug away on his cherry picker, Jeff kind of rolled out of his cherry picker.
Yeah.
Then the Hardys wound up eliminating the Rock and Roll Express, but my favorite line is still, "Matt Hardy, you broken son of a bitch, get me down."
I don't actually remember that, but come to think of it, that was a good line.
Of course, there was a special guest appearance by a Road Warrior Animal.
I forgot he was in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was also James Storm of DCC getting eliminated because of some random jobber who just who got his ass knocked out and then pinned while Abyss and Storm were having a stare down.
Wow.
Who in the blue hell are you? I'm DCC, bro.
Oh, that was...
Fucking love it.
This whole thing is just like...
It's one of the hidden jewels of Impact's pre-Global Force days.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I was watching Impact around the time of Tag Team Apocalyptico, and I enjoyed the Hardy segments.
Yeah.
I didn't care for anything else.
The Hardy segments were the only thing that really kept that company and that show going. Because, like you said, everything else was just like, I don't care. Then the Hardys come on, it's like, oh shit, I need to watch this. I might not like Impact Wrestling. I might not like, or as they were called, TNA. But when the Hardys came on, every person was glued to their TV. Everything else was obsolete.
You see, myself, when I watch TV, I got my 55-inch, which, I play Xbox and all that on. Then I got a small TV that I watch cable on.
Yeah.
The whole time I was watching Impact, I had the TV muted up until, they showed a snippet of the Hardys, and then it was immediately unmute.
Yeah, because, like I said, the Hardys they were the cornerstone of that company. Once they did all this broken stuff and delete and everything else,
it was off to the races.
It was off to the races. And then that's when everything went crashing down.
Yeah, because the Hardys left Impact through a series of disputes.
Yeah.
And once they left, the dickheads at Anthem, Ed Nordstrom, I think that was his name.
Yeah.
he wanted to retain the broken rights, even though that was all Matt Hardy.
And Rebby. And not to cut you off, but Rebby is definitely a savage when it comes to Twitter and when she talks about them and Jeff Jarrett. She's a true savage.
Oh, don't get her riled up.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Jeff Jarrett. She definitely has not minced words lately about Jeff.
She doesn't mix words, period.
Nah.
But yeah, now Anthem is just like, oh, does Impact still own? Is Impact still owned by Anthem?
I don't know. I know Ed Northam, or however you pronounce his name. He and Matt Hardy, they squashed their beef, so they're cool now.
Yeah, because he released the broken rights, and now Matt Hardy has full control over that.
Yeah.
Well, as far as WWE's not concerned.
Yeah. So everything is smooth sailing with those two, but as far as everything else, who knows?
I mean, even the Expedition of Gold was delightful.
Yes, it was definitely delightful.
But now my favorite part, another part in Tag Team Apocalyptico I liked was when they threw Shane Helms in the lake of reincarnation. Yes.
And he became the Hurricane.
Not before he became whatever his character was in 3 Count.
Sugar Shane Helms?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, because the best part was the Helms Dynasty where it was Trevor Lee. He was pinning Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy had Skarsgård, break up the pinfall.
Yeah.
And so Shane goes, "Kick that boat's ass!" He wound up stomping on the boat, beating it up.
Wow.
Again, then Shane Helms gets thrown in the lake of rejuvenation and comes back as Sugar Shane Helmsley.
That gimmick they had in WCW, with the 3 Count gimmick, stupid.
You're not Shannon, and you're not whoever else it was. Those guys were way better dancers than you. He got super kicked back in the lake. Then he came back as the Hurricane.
Wow.
And he helped Matt Hardy bury young up-and-coming talent.
Yeah, I do remember that line. What was that line?
It was, glad to see you back on the same side as me, superhero. The man with 3 H's would be glad to see us bury such young and up-and-coming talent.
Oh, yeah. I remember that now.
Because they literally buried them. They beat them, threw them in a grave, piled dirt on them.
And that was it?
That was it.
So, yeah.
It's great.
I mean, great stuff. Overall, from the final deletion to Delete or Decay to Tag Team Apocalyptico
to total non-stop deletion. Like, the whole show was great.
Yeah. Everything about this, the Broken Trilogy, is just fan-fucking-tastic. So, like we said, we recommend it. Go out of your way to see this.
There's also that great shot of Swoggle trying to spear Lashley.
Oh, God.
He just folds as soon as he makes contact with Lashley. No, definitely go treat yourself. It's definitely a delight to watch. Yes.
Yes.
Especially Matt Hardy with all of his animals that are reincarnations, or his monkeys that he named after X Division stars.
Oh yeah, DJZ.
Trevor Lee, Andrew Everett, Mandrews, and that one spot monkey that he named Nick and Matt Jackson, whoever they are.
Oh, who could that be? We'll keep those names synonymous.
Yeah,
we'll keep those names confidential.
I mean, it's almost like they're in a super clique or something.
Yeah,
it's almost like they're out there killing business.
Yeah, but we'll keep those names confidential, as we said. Yeah.
So, anyway, that is our review, our extra review, on the Broken Trilogy. Yes, delightful.
So, it was definitely, as this guy said, delightful.
Yeah.
And a lot of people got deleted.
Now, while we're on the subject of vintage, don't forget to drop us a 5 on Patreon so you can get exclusive access to our vintage review full show, where we're, in a matter of moments, we're about to talk about WrestleMania X8.
Yes. 18, X8, whatever you want to call it. same thing. Be on the lookout for that in just a few minutes.
So, that being said, I am War Machine MJ with Rodimus Prime. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bam.